What is going on? Brendan St. Brown here. If you haven't checked out my last video on my story of depression and anxiety, be sure to check that out after this video. Today, I'm going to be exposing the truth, so stay tuned. Why you gotta act like I ain't gonna remember you? Y'all need to take a break from this thing right here. The intent for social media was to bring us all together. But this is what one of the creators of Facebook has to say where we're at right now.
Where I think we have created tools that are ripping apart the social fabric of how society works. It is a point in time where people need to hard break from some of these tools. You don't realize it, but you are being programmed.
This was our parents' generation.
My ball!
Dad's father gave it to him.
Babe Ruth signed that ball.
Babe Ruth! We gotta get that ball back.
Got any bright ideas?
Initiate retrieval section number 1.
This is our generation today.
This latest social media fad, teenagers are putting detergent pods in their mouths and posting the videos online.
Oh my God! Stupid ass dumb bitch!
They call this the redneck crotch rocket.
Why would I go out when I could just sit home, scroll between Instagram and Snapchat, and play Fortnite all night? It's 2019. We don't need to empathize with others. We don't need to get to know our peers. If there's someone I don't want to see, I'll figure out a way to avoid them.
I love you.
Seeing chemistry.
Another issue social media is causing today is we are driven by likes. We find reassurance in our lives by how many likes we get on a photo. If I only get 200 likes on a photo and my friend gets 400 likes on a photo, I feel like this kid.
You know what? I'm about to say it.
Say it.
I don't care that you broke your elbow.
Another issue with social media is people tend to act like their life is a lot better than it actually is. Everyone's using social media the wrong way. The correct way to use social media is to document the journey, document the process. People tend to document every little second of their lives. Listen, girls, we've seen enough of your Starbucks cups on our Snapchat stories. Either on a subconscious or conscious level. Whenever you post every little thing, every party you're at, the only thing you're doing is inviting people to envy your life. You think your life looks like this, but your life really looks like this.
Baby, in time, you can win. Never.
The average person checks their phone 80 times a day. That's once every 12 minutes. Try going one day without looking at your phone and you're gonna be like this person.
Do I got a cigarette in the ashtray?
Yes.
You serious? You gonna cry?
Yes.
Why you crying?
Because I want a cigarette.
You ever think you got a message and you check your phone, but you didn't get a message? That's called a phantom ring. And that's so dangerous because Apple and app developers have designed their phones to be as addicting as possible.
Told us when you put your phone down, your brain signals your adrenal gland to produce a burst of a hormone called cortisol, which has an evolutionary purpose. Cortisol triggers a fight or flight response to danger.
Our phones are constructed in a slot machine method. Every time we unlock our phone, you swipe right. When you're on Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, YouTube, you're scrolling. When you're on Tinder, you're swiping right. The intent of this is every time you pull down the slot machine bar, you hope to get a reward. If you don't get a reward, you're gonna pull down the slot machine lever again and hope to get another reward. See how many times you go from Instagram to Snapchat back to Instagram. So you're at a bar, you see a cute girl, you talk to her, nothing's there. You go to a second girl, talk to her, nothing's there. So you go back to the first girl to see if anything else has changed.
Grocery!
I caught it. You're out.
But I ticked it. It hit the bat.
You're still out.
You're still bad.
So what's different with social media? This is what app developers have to say about it.
Understands how the brain works, knows how to write code that will get the brain to do certain things.
Yes, it is.
You're trying to figure out how to get people coming back.
When should I make you feel a little extra awesome to get you to come back into the app longer?
The computer code he creates finds the best moments to give you one of those rewards.
Since we've figured out, to some extent, how these pieces of the brain that handle addiction are working, people have figured out how to juice them further and how to bake that information into apps.
So what do you try to do? Go on a social media cleanse. I was talking to this girl, things had ended. So how the social media algorithms work, whatever profile you interact most with, that's gonna be at the top of your feeds. So every time I opened up Snapchat or Instagram, I would see your stuff. I was trying to get away from that atmosphere. Now let me tell you, I deleted all my apps and it felt so good.
My little Bill, he's a little Hercules. Show me muscle again. Oh, Hercules, 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 Hercules.
It felt so free. So I recommend you to delete your social medias. Go for a little break. You go for a month break. Go for a few months break. Once you delete your social medias, you're gonna feel so free. You're gonna feel like a responsibility has been lifted off of your shoulders. And I highly recommend you do that. Now, if you feel like your social fabric is starting to be teared, be that difference. Be the person who starts up the conversation. With these two ways, you'll be able to have a conversation with anyone. That is to ask questions about the person you're talking to and just be a good listener. Just listen. People love to talk about themselves, so just ask them about themselves. We all love to talk about ourselves.
Mother always tells me I have a lovely singing voice, so I wrote a song for myself. Listen.
And then again, everyone loves a good listener, so just be a good listener. If you do that, you can talk to anyone. Now, if you feel like you're being consumed by social media, I want you to take away this one thing. Don't compare yourself to who someone is today. Compare yourself to who you were yesterday. Just focus on personal growth. There's a Chinese saying that says, the 1,000-mile journey starts with the first step. Every day, just try to be in a little bit better spot than you were yesterday. I see all these 21-year-old millionaires, these 21-year-old celebrities, these famous people, things that I aspire to do, but then I remind myself, it doesn't matter what age you're at the top of the hill, because once you're at the top of the hill, everyone's looking up, admiring you. You're gonna forget about that feeling of hardship that you went through to get to the top, and then you're also gonna have this view that you reached the promised land. If you enjoyed this video, I'd appreciate it if you hit that like and subscribe button. Until next time, stay great, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Why would you go back to that first girl to see if your luck is anything different? Wait, I messed that up. I had this scenario in my head.